First things first, August Alsina is still a funky dog head bitch. That's number one. And August Alsina's punk ass, he's messing up with everybody. He messing the entire game up. He's like the type of person that deals drugs, and then when he no longer wants to deal drugs, he just tells everybody where all the drug dealers are, where all the connects are, tells the police to tell everybody, and now everything gets shut down. Just because you no longer want to do it don't mean we don't want to do it any longer. He's messing up for those of us who are still holding out hope to be with a cougar. You know what I'm saying? I might get the chance to be with Erykah Badu one day. Let's take it a step further. I might get the opportunity to be with Angela Bassett one day. What about Jennifer Lewis? That her name? The one with the big mouth that is in all the movies? She's everybody's mother. I could get with her one day. And she gonna have second thoughts because this little sucker snitched. And now all the cool looking around saying, oh, they all snitches. We gonna stick with the old men. August done messed up the game for everybody. Angela, Erykah, Jennifer, don't hold that against me. If there's a shot, let's take it, because I'm gonna get all net on. And what if Marlon Gibbs want to give me some? Florence from the Jeffersons. What if she had a little thing for me? You know what I'm saying? You know I bounce out to LA sometimes. What if she looked at me, she's like, you know what? You can get it, young man. And Cicely Tyson, she was on How to Get Away with Murder. She was Viola Davis's mother. What if Cicely Tyson said, you know what? I can use a man like you. Just don't hurt me. Just don't put my legs up. Now we could do something. August Alsina gonna mess all that up just for doing all this. So he stepped out there, and now Will is catching all this backlash. So was August trying to get back at Jada, and that's why he snitched? Was he trying to like make Jada look bad, or was he trying to make Will look bad? Because I don't think he was trying to make Will look bad. I think he was trying to put Jada on the spot. This video is brought to you by Rap Snacks. That's right, Cardi B's Jerk Barbecue Wavy Potato Chips. And now it's backfiring, but he's a young buck, he don't care. And I lost even more respect for him. At first I thought August Alsina was a singer who was in a self-induced drug coma. That's what I thought he was. Now it turns out that he's a singer that was in a drug-induced coma, and he's a snitch, and he goes back and forth with women online. I see him with Keke Palmer. He's like a little girl running his mouth publicly trying to make women look bad. So he's a little knucklehead. Let's put him to the side. Now let's get into this Jada thing. So there are a few things that, you know, looking at both interviews and then the previous Red Table Talk with August Alsina, Breakfast Club interview with August Alsina and Angela Yee, with lip service actually, and then this Red Table Talk with Jada and Will. One thing that August said that was really interesting, because people were saying, no, it wasn't that long ago. It was a long time ago. It was 4.5 years ago, which means they kicked things off around 2015, and it ended around 2017. So if it ended then, it had to end there because August Alsina said he's been celibate for the past 3 years. So if you believe the other stuff that he said, then you got to believe that part, which means he hasn't had sex since 2017, which means he and Jada haven't touched. So that gives you a little timestamp on things. That's also a reason why Jada seemed a little arrogant, because some people were saying in the Red Table Talk with Will, oh, she's so arrogant sitting there. Look at her. Look how she... To her, it was a long time ago now. I think she probably should have acted a little bit, you know, saying a little remorseful. But she was probably remorseful 3 years ago. And Will looked a little distraught. But I'm going to tell y'all why he was upset in a second. And he was mad. But it's not why y'all think he was upset. Alright, so going back, you had the first established that, yeah, Will and Jada were together. Then they had a little separation. You know what I'm saying? Jada did something. Will kirked on her. You know what I'm saying? Jada probably said something back real slick. And they said, you know what, it's off. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. Fine. F you too. But they didn't separate, and they stayed in the same house. Yeah, Will like to travel. Jada likes to stay all in her spot and all serene. But they still had that same house together with the kids. Now, check this out. So, August comes into the picture. Now, there are other people that come in and out of that house. But August is a little different. Now, here's something interesting. If he needed help, if he was on drugs that heavily, they said he was on some pills and some hard drugs. They didn't say exactly what they were, and I'm sure we can find them if we go back a little bit. Now, Will and Jada can't help him with that. That's something that he needs to go to a drug counselor for, a 12-step program or something like that. Now, they say he needed love and he needed all this kind of stuff. Yeah, you can give him love, but he needed some therapy. You know what I'm saying? You listen to some of the old stories of what he's been through as a child and as a young adult. He needs therapy. He probably still needs therapy. If you ask me, he definitely needs therapy. So, he's hanging around. Jada helps get him back together. Now, what did I tell y'all? I always tell y'all, when it comes to penis and vagina, you gotta throw some things out the window, because if penis and vagina are around each other for a while, they begin to vibe, they begin to become attracted to one another. Either they're going to playfully flirt, they're going to seriously flirt, they may touch a little bit, or they may go further and have sex. And evidently that's what happened here. She gave him one hug too many, or he was flirting with her, and a lot of y'all feeling sorry for August. Do not feel sorry. Well, I can't tell you how to feel, but I don't feel sorry for him. I'm gonna tell you why. August was 23 years old when this kicked off, because he's 27 now. This happened in 2015, and he hasn't had his birthday yet this year. I mean, he's about 23 back then. Oh my goodness. So he sounds like one of them young boys. I was one of them. Going after older women. See him at the mall. See him at church. You see him at the liquor store. You see him at the gym. You're like, hey, how you doing? She's like, boy, I'm old enough to be your mother. And what they say? Age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, you know what? You look good. No, let's talk or whatever. What? So what? You got to blah, blah, blah. Whatever their game is, whatever they say. That's the kind of guy he is. Going after the older woman. So you definitely can't say that Jada was preying on him because he was a kid. He's not a kid. He's 23. So you can't say she was preying on him. Then they say she was preying on him because he was, messed up in their head and emotional. If that's the case, then 90% of the people out here are preying on people, because there's always going to be somebody that's getting out of a relationship and you catch them on the rebound, or they had a divorce, or their loved one, their spouse passed away, or they lost a job, or they need some money, they gone broke, the bills and stacked up. There's always going to be people in vulnerable situations where people catch them and hook up with them. Do you call that prey? Some people may call it prey, but sometimes people just hook up because a lot of us are f***ed up, period. Either we are in the head or our situations are f***ed up. So she got with him. He was supposed to be effed up in the head. They end up getting a little too close. Whoever came on whoever first, it doesn't matter. Some things went down. And that's... Alright, we're going to get into why Will's mad later. And Jada say, yeah, she was helping herself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not only was she helping him, but she was helping herself. She was damaged as a child, and this was part of her... all this time, you've been damaged as a child, and you haven't sought help? Come on, Jada, you can do better than that. You don't just wait until you get into a situation 30 years later and say, you know what, my childhood... No, what happened to the past 25 years of your marriage? You know what I'm saying? What was that childhood trauma then? So, I don't know about that. However, she helped him, he helped her, And they ended up building themselves back up together. Now, y'all better stop trying to put Jada Pinkett Smith and my girl Erykah Badu's category. Two different women. Both of them put spells on people, but there's two different kinds. Erykah gets inside your mind, body, and your soul. Erykah, she might even get in your stomach. Jada just gets in your head. She gets in your head. Remember what Tupac said. He fell in love with her, or he loves her, whatever, and never had sex with her, never touched her sexually, but he's in love with her. Will said he's going to love her for life. That's his soulmate, whatever. He's never going to break up with her. Regardless of what happened, they going to work it out because he loves her that much. And what did August say? He can die tomorrow knowing that he loved with no limits and loved extensively and had the love of his life. That's how happy she made him. Jada gets in your head. She got inside of August's head and played the violin with his brain cells. He's whipped mentally. Jada got that pimp game. Jada made them all look at situations differently. You know what I'm saying? She opened their minds up to the universe. She made them see relationships this way, and we can love this way, and you can absorb emotions this way, and you can communicate that way, and you can be like this, and you can. Next thing you know, they're all wrapped up in her. So that's what August went through. And then when it turns out that she was still with Will and it wasn't going to be any breakups or anything, that's when he cut off ties with her, went cold turkey, stopped communicating with her, and just disappeared on her. And a lot of people are on the surface, that surface thinkers. A lot of y'all are surface, well, not people who watch me, but a lot of people who y'all know, surface thinkers. A lot of people you see online, surface thinkers. They think everything is sexual. When, what did Jada say? She just wanted to feel good. And it's been a long time since she felt that joy and she felt good, blah, 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 blah. She's talking about feeling free, being emotional, being open, having fun. And August brought that youthful spirit to her. He was all over lustfully and all that kind of stuff. And Will gets a little, he's a little more aged. So his love is different. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a brother-sister love, the way he hugs her sometimes in some of these pictures. So I saw the pictures that they did on the beach a couple of years ago. So it looked like they turned things back around. But for probably a little while, they probably went through a dry spell when they broke things off. And August made her feel good with all of his energy, all his hope for the future, and whatever else he brought to the table, mentally and emotionally. That's what made her feel good. And then she got to help build him back up. So that made her feel good. And it's interesting. August is a household name now. A month ago, 99% of us never heard of the term or name August Alsina. Never even heard one of his songs. Most of us, 99% of us. Now he's a damn household name. For the wrong reasons. He's a household name. But he's a sucker for what he did. I ain't gonna forget that. I'm not. I ain't gonna forget it. Nope. I'm gonna need therapy after this. So, people say Jada cheated. It depends on what you call cheating. If they broke up and they agreed that they can see other people, that's not cheating. If they agreed to it, you go your way and do your thing, I go my way and do my thing. That's not cheating. That's rules that they set for their relationship. And we all have our expectations or our standards or our criteria for what we set in a relationship by our terms. And then when you get with somebody else, y'all put everything together and see what y'all can come up with and agree upon. So a real relationship, the definition of a relationship is what those two people set. It's not what you think they should do. It's not what I think they should do. It's what they come together and agree upon. So it's not an open relationship, because an open relationship, think of it like a house. An open relationship would be if they open the front door. Anybody can come and go as they please. You can go with anybody. Anybody you're attracted to, do whatever you want to do. Anybody I'm attracted to, I can do what I want to do. That's an open relationship. That's not what it looks like Will and Jada has. It looks like Jada and Will had an agreement where they had a special arrangement. So they each could probably have one person That's what it looks like. You can have one person, I can have one person, keep everything on the low, we good. Because we talking big business here. Either you don't just throw away 25 years, or you don't just throw away the monstrous career that you created. All that money, all those opportunities, many of which are because of the couple, the powerhouse, the combination that you two bring together with your image. And yeah, image goes very far, and people buy into images. We buy into images all the time. So if they were to split up, yeah, maybe some of their bargaining power and some of their appeal will go down. And they don't need to do that. Will Smith, because all this happened 3 years ago, over 3 years ago. So Will Smith since then did Bad Boys 3. Major box office smash. He did that after all this happened. So all of us are late to the party. For real. But looking at their body language with the red table talk, because I watched it with the volume down. You know what I'm saying? I watched it one time, yeah. The second time I watched it, cut the volume off and just watched them going back and forth. And you see what's really going on. And I think Jada was like, yeah, this is old stuff. We just gonna update y'all on what happened since August put it out there. And we're like, this some BS. I gotta sit here and talk about all this personal stuff. I gotta rehash everything. Then I gotta put it out in the public. That's not how I roll. So I want to smack little man for trying to put us on the spot like that. But one thing for sure, Will did not give August permission. Yeah, they kiki and they buddied around and they had some drinks and he was around the house and everything. But August probably took Will turning his shoulder or going to his side of the house or leaving them alone or leaving him and the kids in there with Jada. August probably took that as, oh, well, Will cool with everything. You know what I'm saying? But Will was like, probably said yes without saying yes. You know what I'm saying? With his actions. Turn his shoulder. Be like, all right, y'all take care. Y'all have fun. I'm about to be out. I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go that. So, Will ain't sit down and say, yeah, you got permission to my wife. It's good, all right? So I ain't got to do it. Will ain't do nothing like that. And many people saying, look, they should just get a divorce. The kids are grown, just get a divorce. That's what you would do. Ask Dr. Dre, should he get a divorce? You know they trying to say that she can get up to 60%. I thought that the most a woman can get or a person could get in a divorce was half. They say she can get 60% of his assets because of his earning potential. That means Dr. Dre can go from having 800 or 900 million down to 400 and 500 million. This is 300 and 400 million. That's low. Man, Will don't want to do that. Will don't want to divide this thing in half. Will said, nope, we stick this out. We ride this thing out. Let all that stuff stack. Let the people say what they want to say. We know what our relationship is, and we're going to keep it like that. And yeah, that little bad boys, bad marriage thing for life, that was, to some people, they said, oh, that was so cute. Some people say that was corny as hell. Other people say that was fake. I don't know what it was. I really don't know. It was weird. I leave it like that. It was weird to me. But very interesting. No, it's not any about business, but since they wanted to sit down and talk about it in front of us, I watched and had a good time watching it. And it's all good. Hopefully they keep working on things and the next person that Jada deals with on the side, hopefully that person zips his damn mouth and don't say a word. No snitching. Same for the people that Will may mess with. That's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I truly appreciate it. I'm Money Green. Talk to me. Make money, go shopping. Soon another video will be dropping.